Hello friends, welcome to Wikipedia. As you know, nowadays IOCL interviews are going on and I hope your preparation is going well. Right, and today in this video I'll be discussing one of the questions which has been asked in IOCL, and many of you find it very difficult to answer because your conceptual understanding is not good. And this question is basically related to two subjects, because this is kind of a mixed question, you can say. It is going to check your understanding of metal forming as well as of the strength of material concepts. Okay, so let's go through this question. Just first read out this question. What is this? Why the ductility of a material increases when recrystallized after the plastic deformation? Recrystallize means, you know, that after plastic deformation, when we go for the recrystallization, we heat the material up to above the recrystallization temperature, or we go for the annealing, etc. Then why the ductility of the material increases after that, right? So for that, first you need to understand the basic part. Let me just explain you. I think you will get the answer over there only. So for example, let us say you are having a material. Let us say I am saying this is a material, original material that you have taken, and these are the crystals inside this material, and what you do is you are plastically deforming it. Let us say either you are going for wire drawing, or maybe you are going for this cold rolling, right? So let us say metal forming, you are going for cold rolling, basically cold forming. I will say more specifically metal forming. That means you are saying that cold forming, you are going for cold forming, plastic deformation. So when you carry out the cold forming, then obviously, you know, the crystal structure will change. You are going to have the elongated crystals this way. So when he is asking about the plastic deformation, obviously he is talking about the cold forming only, because otherwise he will not talk about the recrystallization and all that. So his question is related to that when you are cold forming that material, and after that it is recrystallized, you are heating it above the recrystallization temperature, then what happens to ductility? Now tell me, what is going to happen to its strength? So what is going to happen to the strength of this material which has been deformed now? So I am having this material now. So you will say strength has increased. Now question is why the strength has increased and which strength has increased. Now here you have to take the help of what? Stress strain diagram that you are familiar with, but you have not understood it properly. Now you have over here, let us say I am taking randomly the mild steel only, let us say, which you are very much familiar with. So मैंने वो diagram draw कर दिया आपके लिए ये. So what does it mean? When you cold formed it, basically you deform this material somewhere within the plastic region. You have deformed it, that means you are deforming this material somewhere in the plastic region. So when you are deforming it somewhere within the plastic region, so I am taking any particular point over here. So you went on deforming, after yielding, you deformed till this point. Now once you have deformed it, then you are going to release the load. Obviously you have deformed, then obviously after deformation you are going to release the load, and all of you may be knowing that once you release the load, then there is going to be elastic recovery and some kind of permanent deformation also. So this is the permanent deformation that has taken place. This much, this is the permanent deformation that you already know. So that means this material that I am having now has been strained by this much amount, and now I am saying that its strength has got increased compared to this. What does that mean? That means this material which was of original crystal structure, it was having yield strength this much, corresponding to this. Now when I deform to this point and I release the load, it will come back to this position. This much is the strain. Now if I will again load this component, if I will again start deforming this material, then it is going to follow. So it had taken this path, now again it is going to take this path. That means you will start deforming it, you will start applying the load, so it will go on deforming this way. So this is going to be the elastic region, you can say. Now as you go on deforming, until and unless you apply a load which will produce this amount of stress within the material, it is not going to be deformed further. It means now the yield strength of this material will be this. Earlier the material that I had taken was this, I had deformed to this, this yield strength was this. Now I have this material with me. If I will want to deform it further, then until unless you apply this much amount of stress, it will not yield further. It means which strength has increased? Yield strength has increased of this material when I deform from here to here. So it means its strength has increased, yield strength has increased. So this is the first understanding that you need to have, which you sometimes get confused. We say which strength has increased. Sometimes you say, if I ask you ultimate strength, oh, you get confused. Okay, which strength has increased? So until unless you have the understanding of this, you will not be able to, because it is going to follow the same path afterwards. Now, if I ask you what has happened to ductility, you will say, because you may have remembered it, you will say ductility will decrease. But I will say, why the ductility increase? How you are saying that ductility has increased? How will you be able to explain with the help of this particular diagram that ductility of this material which I have deformed to this state has decreased now? So how do you measure the ductility? You say the amount of permanent deformation or the ability of the material to plastically deform. Plastically deform करने की ability क्या हुई? Either you will say I am stretching it in the form of wire. How much I can stretch it, let us say. So you will say in this case, if I start pulling it in the wire drawing, let us say from here to here, so the amount of strain that you are going to obtain will be this much, this much. So if I say, you will say how much is the ductility? You will measure the ductility with respect to the amount of elongation that has taken place over here. Now tell me, if I deform this material to this, how much you have permanently deformed? You have permanently deformed this much now. Now you have this material whose permanent deformation this much. Now its ability to deform further is how much? You will say out of this total permanent deformation you have that you could have achieved, you have already deformed it by this much amount. Its ability to deform further is only this much. It means the amount of, that is the ductility of this material is now less. How much? Only this much compared to what? Compared to this which was earlier this much. So that is the meaning of the ductility has decreased. If you have understood that this much, then now if I ask you, if you heat this material above the recrystallization temperature, then what is going to happen? What do you do in the recrystallization temperature? You heat this material above the recrystallization temperature, then this old grain structure will fade away, will be broken, and you can obtain the original grain structure. It means what I do, if let us say if I heat this again material above the recrystallization temperature, then I will be able to obtain the same crystal structure within the material, or you can say I will be able to obtain the same original material which I had previously. So if I will do the heated recrystallization temperature above the recrystallization temperature, then I will be able to obtain this. Now tell me, compared to this now, what has happened to strength? Compared to this, what has happened to strength? You will say its strength will be definitely less than this, because its which strength? This yield strength was this much, so strength has decreased now. Compared to what? Compared to this. What has happened to ductility? I am saying ductility will increase. Ductility will increase. Why ductility will increase? किसकी ductility increase हुई? You have increased the ductility of this specimen now. Why? Because the ability of this material to deform further was left out, was only this much. Now since I have reheated it or recrystallized it, now I have this grain structure which again I can deform by the same amount this much. तो इसके लिए अगर दोबारा deform करता हूँ, what is going to the stress strain diagram? It is going to be the same only. So amount of deformation that I can obtain further will be this much. That is the benefit of recrystallization. So if you have understood the benefit of recrystallization or annealing का purpose ही क्या होता है, या recrystallization का temperature purpose क्या है? After cold deformation is that I can give a large amount of reduction to that material. So पहले मैंने इतनी amount of reduction दे दी, let us say, दोबारा recrystallize किया, and then again I can give the same amount of reduction in that particular material, because I am able to obtain the original structure within the material. So I hope you will be able to answer this question, why the ductility of a material increases when recrystallized after the plastic deformation. इसके बाद जब recrystallize करता हूँ तो why it happens so. And in metal forming आपको पता है, this is a very good property that is desired when we want to reduce the cross-sectional area or reduce that material by a large amount, whether it is a rolling or whether it is a wire drawing or other process. So that is how you have to handle this question. So not only with respect to ductility, he can go to the other extent of checking your understanding of strength and all that, in which you have mostly have the confusion. So I hope you have understood it, and you will be able to correlate it with this particular stress strain diagram also. Okay, so see you in the next video. Till then, bye. Thank you.